Hello everyone and welcome to TTFL Tier 1 Crossplay Round 2. Tonight we are in Canada for a full quali session. As we are waiting for everyone to leave the pits, I will run you through the standings from last week. Out in front is Thornicus on 32 points, benefit of the sprint and full race there. Innate in second on 18 points, Stilled Sneeze in third on 17 points, Simseku in fourth on 12 points, tied with Find the Pass on 12 points, King Pie Panda on 10 points in sixth, Moyland picks up seventh with 8 points, tied with Scorenzi, Gus Blitz in ninth on 6 points, Thomas and Scotty tied in 10th on 4 points, Non-Human in 12th on 3 points, and Hobo bringing up 13th with 1 point. Still to pick up a point are Conk, Dixie, Anthony, Speedy, Frenzy, Martin, RRL, Greg, and Hepburn. In the Constructors, Red Bull are out in front with 42 points, Alpha Tauri are in second with 35, Alpine picking up third with 16 points, Alfa Romeo in fourth with 12, Williams and Ferrari tied for fifth place with 8 points, Mercedes in seventh with 7 points, Aston Martin in eighth with 6 points, McLaren have 1 point in ninth, and Haas yet to pick up a point. So as we now have drivers going on to the track, let's get the track map up. See who is off. First on track to start their lap is MC Weeks 12. Couple of laps I've done round Canada. It is very easy to invalidate a lap. I think you only have to look at some of the white lines and your lap time will be deleted. Spinner, I think that's Panda who spun at the entry of sector 2. As MC Wicks goes around the hairpin and then starts a long drag back down to the chicane for the Wall of Champions. Braking at 75 metre mark, carries it through, doesn't touch the wall, taking the shortest run to the line and opens us up with a 110.7. So I think Panda span, Blitz is invalidated. Thomas is on a lap, he's got purple sector 1. Comes through the hairpin, he's got an Aston Martin in front that keeps it nicely out of the way. Gets on the power a little bit too early, possibly still on the inside curb there, which has caused him to spin. So that lap won't be representative. This is invalidated. Sims is just starting his lap now. Hopefully someone who's watching will be able to give us an update on weather. How you doing, Big Salty? I've not only just put the stream up so I can see the comments at all. Honest. And Sims makes it through the chicane and on the run up to the hairpin now. Looks to get to the apex nicely, a bit difficult to tell from that camera angle. The long run down. Braking point at the end here. To brake very late, gets it nicely through The World Champions crosses the line on a 112.2 to take him into second. Panda's done a 112.5, taking him into third. Find the passes on the lap. Thornicus is just starting the lap. Hobo's 128.3, I'm assuming he's backed out of his lap. Either that or he's forgotten there's 8 gears on the car. Blitz has invalidated this lap as well. On the pass does a 111.7, taking him up into second at the moment. Stay on board with an 8 and see what he can do through the lap. Has got the Aston Martin in front of him and just blitz, but hopefully won't cause him any issue. Just blitz balls out of the way to allow in8 through. Quite a wide line into the hairpin, allows him to get on the power as he has a massive slide there, keeps it under control, and lost a couple of tenths through that. The rest of his lap was looking tidy, and he's run to the line now, crosses the line and does a 113.4. He's definitely got more pace in him. Cornicus has done an 11.8, take him into third at the moment. Frenzy's invalidated his current lap. Blitz's lap is valid this time around, so we'll stay on board with Gus Blitz. I think he has been out the whole time on this set of tyres, so I'm not expecting a blinding lap time from him, but something representative to get him on the board. As I'm sure you know, but full quali, so at the end of this session we'll lose the driver in 16th place. The top 15 will progress through, so Blitz only needs to set a time, I think a mid 112.5 should easily see him through into Q2. As he comes to the line now, crosses the line on a 13.3, takes him into 8th. So I'm fairly sure he will need to make another run to be sure of getting through. Is invalidated, non-humans invalidated. Looks in the pits, Grimson's on and out lap. Sipseku does a 12.2, takes it up into 6th. King 5 Panda is improving on his current lap. 3 tenths up at the end of sector 2, half a second, at the end of sector 1, half a second up at the end of sector 2. We put him on a 12.0, so it's going to jump him up to about 5th place, which is where Moreland is on a 12.1 at the moment. MC Weeks feeling confident on his 10.7 and has retired in the pits. As Panda does improve with an 11.8, takes him up into 4th. He's got Cornicus there. Simseko was up through sector 2 by a tenth, so it's going to put him on a 12.1. Gets a good line through there. Is unfortunately invalidated that lap. Crosses the line. It was an 11.8, which would have taken him up into 5th place. That final chicane, just taking that away from him. Hobo is on an out lap. Frenzy comes across the line, does a 15.0 to take him into 12th. Scorenzi does an 11.7, which takes him up into 3rd place. I could see Scorenzi safely through into Q2. Stay on board with Hobo now, see if he can improve on his 13.3. And he is 7/10 up through sector 1. Got Ferrari in front, looks to be trying to get the toe there. Pulls out. Keeping everything nice and tidy. And Ferrari gets out of the way. Hairpin, we've got an Aston and a Haas, so would have had a distant toe had they not been warming their tyres. Haas keeps clear out the way. A little toe off the Aston. Open across the line, does an 11.4, take him up into 3rd place. Great lap there from Hobo. Sims has invalidated that lap. Has it wiped out the next lap? No, so he's got a chance to improve. Mate's just starting the lap. Non-humans invalidated his current lap. So is RRL and DXC Anthony. So Innate has improved by 3/10 through sector 2. Oh, excuse me. Now on the run down to the Wall of Champions as a McLaren of Hobo in front. It moves out of the way. Nicely through Wall of Champions. Does improve, takes half a second off to go to 12.8, which takes Innate up into 10th place. Speedy currently sitting in 12th on a 13.9. 4/10 up through sector 1. Got Aston Martin of, I believe, just Blitz in front of him. Hopefully Blitz will spot him. He does. He pulls to the side to allow Speedy through. Into the hairpin, a little bit deep on the entry, compromises his exit slightly. Can he make the most of it? Get an improvement down the final sector. Heavy braking into the final chicane. Clear of the Wall of Champions. Crosses the line with a 12.5 and takes him up into 11th, so it took 1.4 seconds off of his previous time there. Great improvement from Speedy. Dixie Anthony's invalidated his current lap. He's got fuel for another run. Non-human now on the run down to the final chicane. believe that's turned 11 and 12. Let me just move that screen across to there. Hello, no, screen there, thank you. And Non-Human did an 11.9, taking him up into 9th place. So currently at risk is DXT Anthony and possibly Just Blitz. Looking at that, the way the timing screens dropped Just Blitz to the 15th place with a time of a 1:13.3. It looks like he may have had an incident on track, caused him to DNF. So Anthony just needs to do a time 1:13.1, 1:13.2 will see him through, and it will mean we will lose Just Blitz at the end of this session. Right, I'm doing that. That's what I was doing. That's the kitty. Rewind. So it's DXT. Anthony comes up to the line now, crosses the line with a 1:12.3, taking him into 12th place. So Frenzy now going in 16th. Let's have a quick look at the race director. Love the way the game does that. Incident. Just Blitz, yep. Terminal damage. So although he progresses on time-wise, he won't be able to take part in Q2. Oh, I thought you were again. Ugh. So Anthony just needs to come into the pits. RRL has set his time of a 1:10.9 to take second place. Scorenzi's improved to a 1:10.9 as well to sit him in third. So I'll just be waiting for Scorenzi to come into the pits at the end of this lap, and then we can progress to Q2. There we go, confirmation of your results from Q1. At the end of that session, we will be losing Just Blitz and Frenzy. Unfortunate, because I think Just Blitz had the pace. He could have improved, or even if he hasn't improved, if he just kept it out the wall, he would have been through to Q2. But at the moment, at the end of Q1, setting the pace at the moment is MC Weeks with a 1:10.7. He's got a 2/10 advantage over RL and Scorenzi. So it could be interesting to see who comes out on top during Q2, as I've just seen Hobo kindly letting me know that it is a dry weekend this week. Let me have a look. What's that? Standings, database, drivers, live timing. Enable live timing, yes. 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 Oh, I'll set that back up again. Turns. Oh, what did I set that up as? Sorry, just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just trying to sort my screens out. Right, can't use that for the time being then. That. So, got a few cars out on track. Leading us round at the moment is Innate, so we'll stay on board with Innate as he starts his first flying lap of Q2. As I'm sure you're all well aware by now, the old Q2 tyre rule has been abolished for F1 22. So all the drivers will have free choice of tyre to start on in the race. They're not bound over to use the tyre they set their quickest time on in Q2 like they have been in previous years. Not actually sure how I feel about that change in rule. So it opens up the options for different strategies, but then generally most of the top 10 end up starting on the same tyre still anyway. Why does the lap data disappear every time but the map stays? So as in 8 rounds, the hairpin of turn 10 through turn 11, and technically that is turn 12, heads down to the chicane of 13 and 14 at the Wall of Champions, crosses the line and opens us up with a 112.3, followed by Panda, who does 12.6. Thomas does an 11.2 to take provisional pole. We've got Ferrari just coming up to the line now. Scarenzi, but is invalidated. I'm guessing he invalidated his previous lap as well. DXC Royland takes provisional first place with an 11.1. Hobo's done a 28.9. It's the same, very similar time to his original time in Q1. So maybe that's just part of his process. Get an extra lap on those tyres, just get them right up to temperature. As we've got the Aston Martin of RRL just coming through the final chicane now and crosses the line with a 110.4. So 0.3 faster than Q1. Definitely blowing the cobwebs and the sandbags off of that Aston. Across the line, non-human loses it between 3 and 4 on the exit of 4 by the looks of it. unfortunately sits his car right on the apex of turn 5. Which will have possibly affected Speedy's lap, as he would have had to run wide through that corner to avoid the stranded car of non-human. We'll stay on board with Speedy, see what he can make of the rest of the lap. He's still got time to get another lap in after this one. Around the hairpin, Innate's just crossing the line now. No improvement on that lap from Innate. So we'll go back to Speedy, coming up to the final chicane. DRS open, crosses the line with an 11.9, taken into 7th place. That lap, out that. On the pass is coming down now to start his next flying lap. Oh, excuse me, sorry, his first flying lap. Unfortunately, gets it on the power a little bit too soon at the Wall of Champions. I don't think the game's going to allow that. A little bit naughty to find the pass there, but it didn't affect anyone as the track was clear. Really should have driven round the rest of the lap rather than fighting back round to the pit entry. That's Speedy running slow. Speedy out of fuel. No, not sure why Speedy is running so slow around the track. We'll drop back as Panda's lost his front wing, so he'll unlikely to improve this lap. Jump on board with Scorenzi. Down the second DRS straight. Panda keeping well out of the way. Into turns 8 and 9 and now on the run to the hairpin of turn 10. Nicely through turn 10, now round 11. Flat out through the kink that is officially turn 12. Hard on the brakes. Gets the car nicely rotated through the chicane, keeps it out the Wall of Champions, crosses the line with a 110.8, take him up into 2nd place. So I think Scorenzi will be safely through. Find the pass now on another outlap, as is Hobo. Stay on board with Hobo as he comes down the back straight, through the chicane, crosses the line to start this lap. Interesting, his outlap time was identical, near enough to the time he's set for his current time lap. Needs to find a lot of time, and already 15 seconds up through sector 1, so he must have had his issue in sector 1 on his original time lap. Down into the 8 and 9 chicane, gets a little bit squirrely on the rear but keeps it under control. 16.5 seconds up through sector 2, still improving all the way. 4, say this lap's going to put him within the 111s. Late 111s is my prediction as he crosses the line with an 11.6. Takes him up into 7th, and I'm fairly confident to say that we'll see Ovo through into Q3. So we've got Find the Pass in the final sector now. Getting a nice toe off of a distant toe off of Panda in front. So they make the run down. Through 13 and 14. Keeps the car under control nicely there, taking the shortest line. Run to the line. 112.4 takes him into 11th. So he'll need to go again if he wants to get into Q3. Needs to find another couple of tenths there. Panda's 4 tenths up through sector 1, so he's going to be right on the cusp here. It ain't currently the driver at risk of not making it into Q3. Has got time to come out, put another lap in. Now Panda's improving around this lap. Innate will need to come out. Dixie Anthony's decided to is comfortable with the time he's set and has retired in the pits. Speedy is on an out lap as MC Weeks has started his time lap. So Panda crosses the line on a 12.0, takes him into 10th, puts him right on the cusp. MC Weeks pulls out a lap like he did in Q1, then Panda will be going. Will need to put another lap in and try and find another couple of tenths to keep himself safe for Q3. As the game is telling us that's purple sector 1 and sector 2 for MC Weeks. On the run down to turn 13 and 14 now. It's close to the wall as you really want to get. Crosses the line on a 110.1 to take him into first place. Currently in Q2. Currently at risk. Speedy is right on the cusp. Panda Innate and Find the Pass will need to get another lap in, find an improvement as Panda goes into the pits. Isn't going to have time to get out and improve, so we'll be losing Panda. Find the Pass just leaving the pits now. He will be one of the final drivers to cross the line. Oh, pardon me. Speedy's invalidated his current lap, so will need to go again to make sure he can keep himself safe. There we go through turn 1 and 2. Power down for the run to turn 3. Takes a little bit too much curb there and has invalidated that lap, so he'll be praying now that no one improves, as I believe that was Innate who's just improved with an 11.5 to take him into 8th. Will unfortunately mean we lose Speedy. Find the Pass is now starting his final time lap. Dixie Anthony maybe getting a little bit nervous, having retired earlier, thinking he was safe with the 11.6. He's the driver at risk now at the moment. Find the Pass 2 tenths up. Nearly 3/10 up through the first sector alone. Through turns 8 and 9 nicely. On the run to the end of sector 2 is half a second up. Going to put him on an 11.9. He needs to find 3/10 in this final sector. Looking for an 8/10 improvement to be able to jump DXC Anthony and find his place in Q3. Through the wall of champions, and now taking the shortest run to the line, crosses the line on a 10.9, massive improvement in that final sector, takes him up into 4th, which puts DXC Anthony into 11th place. At the end of that session, we are losing DXC Anthony, Speedy and Panda, and Non-Human, who unfortunately found one of the many walls around this track. So progressing through into Q3, for the pole position shootout, MC Weeks, who has raised that bar even higher in this session to a 110.1. RRL, Scorenzi, Van der Pass, Moylan, Thomas, Thornicus, Simseku, Innate, and Hobo. We are losing at the end of Q2. Dixie Anthony, Speedy, Panda, and Non-Human. I apologise, I keep muting it to sneeze and then forgetting to unmute my mic. I'm great at this comms. So here we go. Top 10 qualifying shootout, Q3. Find out who will be on pole. As we wait to see who's going to be first on to track. That's a Williams going out, the McLaren of Hobo going out, Alpine on the way out. So I believe that's going to be Thornicus leading us out. No, it's Moyland. When did Moyland get in the Williams? I must have completely missed that last week. That explains why I see him is a bit of practice earlier in the Williams. So we'll stay on board with Moyland for his first timed run. I just try and re-invite Speedy. Yeah. So Moyland now just coming through the wall of champions to start his first time run. Hard on the brakes into turn 1. Short shifting up into 3rd. Look to get a little bit of a kick from the rear there. Managed to keep it under control. Around now into 6 and 7. Gets the apex nicely through 7. DRS open. Run up to 8. A lot of curb there in turn 9. Into the hairpin of 10, nicely on the apex. Open the corner out, get on the power. DRS open now as it's flat out sprint to turn 13's braking zone. On the brakes about the 70-metre mark. Kissing the wall with champions there, crosses the line on a 1:10.9. See, that's the fastest time at the minute. Hobo on an 11.2. MC Weeks does a 10.5 to take provisional pole. Thomas 17.1. Gets in his slowed for traffic during his lap. Find the pass, invalidated this lap. Thornicus does a 10.6 to go into second place. Simseku now on the run to the line. Does a 10.9, goes into fourth place. 9 thousandths off of Moylan's time there. Pass invalidated. In 8 now in the run down to turn 13. Braking about the 75-metre point. Keeps it out of the wall, crosses the line on, I've no idea because it's saying this sector 1's a 1:20. Oh, I love this game. A 1:11.3 for an 8, taking him up into 6th place. Find the passes in the pits. RL. Now coming round the hairpin on the run down to turn 13, DRS open, absolutely flat out. We've got a car in front, this will be giving him a little bit of a tow. This takes a little bit too much on the turn 13 entry there and invalidates that lap and the following lap. Ugh. Doesn't have the fuel, I don't think, to go for another run, so I'd expect to see RL coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Scorenzi now invalidates on the left-hander there, which is going to invalidate the next lap as well. Track limits here are critical. Especially in qualifying, if you cut that final chicane, it will invalidate the following lap as well. So let's find the pass back out on an out lap. Followed by Moyland, who's come out, I'd say, quite early for his second time lap. He's looking to try and get 3 laps in. Got the soundboard with find the pass. I think I need to go and make a coffee. I'll stop yawning tonight. Find the pass that invalidated this lap as well. Sort of drop back to Moyland, who's got a purple sector 1. Got a little bit of traffic in front of him. Hopefully it isn't going to affect his lap too much. So we've got a better exit there from turn 9. Alfa Romeo keeping well out of the way. On the run down, it's the DRS open. A foot flat to the floor here. Absolutely everything through that final sector. Looks we have a little kiss of the World of Champions. Crosses the line on a 110.333, taking him into provisional pole. Has got enough time to get round, get back in the pits and get out for another lap if he's got the tyres available. Hobo's invalidated, the lap is on, so we'll jump back to Sims. Currently sitting in 4th on a 110.9. Let's see what the split is at the end of sector 2. Three tenths up on his sector 2 time, which is going to take him to 110.6. Can he find anything in sector 3? Jump him up the grid a little. Run to the line now. Crosses the line on a 110.7. So lost a bit of time there in the final sector. Can Hobo find any improvement on his time to jump him up that grid order? Currently sitting in 5th place on an 11.2. Failing on that lap. Has he got the fuel to go again? The tyres aren't going to appreciate that. Less than a lap of fuel. I think that is going to be the end of Hobo's lap. As that Sims Fornicus has just spun it coming out of the exit of turn 4. Kept the wheels attached. Now got to do a 15-point turn to get that turn, and the game's just disqualified it. That's harsh. He was trying to get the car turned around, stopped to allow a car through. That's unfortunate for Sean Augusta. He's going to have some work to do there. He's going to be in 10th place. Jump on board now at MC We got that. Obviously just a prep lap that time. Moyland is running just in front on track of MC We. 2.5 tenths down on his current lap. MC Week appears to have retired. Find the pass, who's going to be giving a nice distant toe to his team, or might be a too big a distant toe. Find the pass. Oh, unlucky for Find the Pass, invalidating there on the final corner. Thomas does improve with the 110.337. 4,000 separating first and second place there. That's game gave him a 336. That's 3,000. That's got to be one of the closest battles I can remember for pole position. So run you through your standings and your starting grid. Pole position will be DXT Moylan, followed by Thomas, MC Weeks, RRL, Scorenzi, Simseku, DXC Hobo in 7th, in 8th, Find the Pass in 9th, not being able to get a time in, and Thornicus, who the game decided to disqualify for trying to get the car turned round in a safe manner. As we now wait for the drivers to set their race strats, their fuel loads. Is anyone going to gamble on a safety car or two? Fairly common to see a safety car around this track, especially in league racing. But if you take that gamble and underfuel the car, it could hurt you in the long run if there isn't a safety car. So on the formation lap, as it's full formation, let's have a look at what tyre everyone's selected. Moyland and Thomas have gone for the hard tyre for their first stint. MC Weeks has gone for the soft. RRL and Scorenzi on the hard. Simseku and Hobo on the medium. Innate on the hard. Find the Pass on the medium. Thornicus on the hard. Anthony, Speedy and Panda on the medium, and bringing up the rear, Non-Human, Blitz and Frenzy all gone for the hard tyre there. So a few different strategy options here. Early safety car could well hurt those who opted for the hard tyre. We'll have to wait and see who's made the right call. Moylan looks to have done a decent job of keeping the pack together here. So it looks like Panda may have dropped it on the hairpin there, possibly trying to get heat into his tyres. He'll have to try and find his way through the pack before they reform on the grid. For the start, Moyland already in place. Thomas going for a very angled line there. It's the front wheels in the grid box, but pointed right over at Moylan there. He's definitely showing his intent. It's 5 lights on, long hold, and away we go. Moylan looks to get a good start there. Thomas compromised slightly by the angle, manages to get the move made into turn 1 as Moylan fights back on the outside on the run into turn 3. MC Weeks watching in the background waiting to pick up any pieces, but Thomas has managed to keep that place. MC Weeks goes up the inside of Moylan to take second place, but runs slightly wide, allowing Moylan through, and RRL was spun, lost his wing, now waiting for the pack to go through, or he can get the car turned around, gets it going again. Unfortunately dropped all the way to the back of the grid. Keeping an eye up the front here. MC Weeks finding his way past Moylan on the entry to the hairpin. Gets it massively sideways and into the barrier and takes Moylan with him. Has he got it going again? Manages to get the car going. That's going to have affected Moylan massively as he's got no front wings, to compromise braking as he dives into the pit. We have the first safety car now. Let's go for position change. So Thomas has gained that place off of the start. Scorenzi is up 3, Hobo's up 4 into 3rd place. Excuse me. Find the Pass is up 5 into 4th. Nate's gained 3 to be sitting in 5th. Thornicus has gained 4 places, sitting in 6th. Sims has dropped a place down into 7th. Speedy is up 4 into 8th place. On Humans gained 5 into 9th. Panda's up 3 into 10th. Frenzy's gained 5, jump up to 11th. Blitz has gained 3, 12th. Dixie Anthony, but disconnected from the pack there. Dropped a couple of places down to 13th. Moylan's lost 13th, but has managed to get the jump on RRL in that pit stop stage. In the pit stops for wings. I see Moylan losing his wing later in the lap than RRL allowed him to get into the pits and back out. MC Weeks has dropped 13 places to be currently in 16th. Just Blitz dived into the pit. There's need for wing as well. He's picked up a penalty, unfortunately. Seku's showing a penalty. What's that? Doesn't work. Try again. I think Seku's contact with the stricken car of MC Weeks was giving him a 5-second penalty. He will have to serve at his first pit stop. Not a lot the stewards would be able to do about that one because it would have been a serve penalty. Just Blitz's car to catch the back of the queue, which should be by the end of the back straight. That's good timing, is on the back of the queue as safety car is in this lap. So we're going to jump on board with Scorenzi for the restart. find the pass, has picked up a penalty for collision with Hobo. Hopefully that won't have caused any damage for find the pass or Hobo. Wait and see. Thomas keeping everyone well bunched together before releasing. Find the pass has dived into the pit, so he may well have picked up damage there. Scorenzi keeping well on the back of Thomas there. Anything to find at the minute? Further back, anyone able to make a move? Moreland's going up the inside of DXC Anthony. Don't know if there was contact there. Both back into the wall. I think both of them have lost their front wing. That Williams pit crew are going to be busy again in a moment. Non-human looking to try and go around the outside of Thornicus into the hairpin. Doesn't get it done, but does he get a better drive off of the line? Have the slipstream down into turn 13, going up the inside into 13, gets the move done, gains a place on Thornicus there. First battles have we got RL on the back of Panda. The slipstream slightly there, just puts himself in the mirror of Panda in front. Can't find a way past at the moment. Anthony and find the pass, but all will be hoping for another safety car and the chance to close up on this package. Further up, Scorenzi starting to pull back slightly on Thomas, but still within the DRS. Likewise Hobo. Simseku finds his way past in 8 there, completely missed that. Hasn't got anything to challenge to try and retake 4th place. Got the DRS. Can't quite get close enough. Make a move there, but it should be within the DRS. Hobo, what's happened to... Oh, Hobo spun it coming out of turn 9. Dropped him down, all the way down to 13th place. So we go back just for a moment to this battle out in front. Banana liveried Ferrari trying to find a way past the Alpine. We've lost MC Weeks. He's retired in the pits. So our first retirement tonight is MC Weeks. When his car comes out of the pits, I believe everyone should be well clear. May just cause find the pass a little issue as that car rejoins the track. I find the pass gets past easily enough. Scorenzi's closing that gap down on Thomas out in front, is now within 3/10, closer than he's been for a couple of laps. Can he find a way past? Can't into 13 or 14. Have the DRS down the start for this straight. Definitely closer, but just not close enough. That Alpine seems to have the traction out of the final corner to be able to defend there. Cornicus and Innate are battling. He's managed to find his way back past Cornicus. Cornicus now under pressure from non-human behind, and RRL has gained back up into 7th place, right on the back of this battle as well. Going to be forming a little DRS train here, and I think Speedy slowly closing in on the back of it as well. Need to be cautious. We've got Panda and Frenzy close behind as well. They'll be trying to hook onto the back of this DRS train. They make their way down the back straight now. Non-human having a dummy look up the inside of Cornicus. DRS down the start finish straight. This is close but not quite close enough. Hoping, I'd imagine, to try and get on the back of Simseku, get himself in the DRS as well. Scorenzi still trying to close down Thomas, still at 4/10 gap. Simseku, I think, has had a spin, dropped him down into 10th. Promoted Innate up into 7th as non-human runs a little deep into the hairpin, which has allowed RRL to make his way through. Cavill still in this DRS train. Between 3rd and 7th place. Speedy hanging on at the back, managing to maintain that gap to Panda, who's under pressure from Frenzy. Frenzy not able to find a way past into turn 1 and 2. Nate picks up his 3-second penalty for multiple warnings there. Frenzy still holding on to the back at the 4/10 mark on Thomas, but just not able to find a way through. He's closing a lot quicker on this run. Bring up telemetry and have a look. So Scorenzi a lot healthier on his ERS. Then he'll be able to save some of that with the DRS, help him close up on Thomas. Nate's now dropped down into 6th place from 8th. Gornicus up into 3rd. Still this DRS train all the way back into 7th place. Panda and Frenzy still fighting it out. Frenzy's not been able to find a way through yet. That is our closest battle. Moylan is up into 12th as he tries to regain the positions lost through those couple of moments of contact. Speedy is round on the exit of turn 9. I was into the wall there, managing to get the car turned around into the right direction. Allowing Moylan through. Speedy doesn't look to have too much damage there. Frenzy's now made it past Panda. A bit of work to do to catch up with this battle in front. 3.5 seconds to find. We can be under pressure from Panda with the DRS. So we've got an Aston Martin round. We've got a safety car. Let's line that. I believe that was just blitz. Lost it on the exit of turn 7, so we have got another safety car. So this is going to bring Hobo, Moylan, Anthony, find the pass, and Speedy. Why is Speedy all the way down there? Did he dive in the pits? Speedy is showing having stopped, so I think Speedy took the opportunity to dive in the pits. Swap on to a set of the hards. So Shawnicus has stayed out on his hards. Frenzy's opted to stay out. Thomas has pitted. Scorenzi's pitted. RL is just coming out of the pits, followed by Innate, Non-Human, and King Panda. So Moylan now up into 9th and will, at the restart, be on the back of the pack. DXT, Anthony and Speedy back into the pit. Speedy looking for another wing, has gone for a set of softs. Should have time to do this lap. Get back in and put on the more durable set of tyres, because I can't see the softs going too far into this. We are only on lap 13. So as we are behind the safety car, we'll run you through position changes. Shawnicus has gained 9 on the start, currently in first, down gained 9 places. Frenzy is up 14 places into second. Thomas is down 1 into third, but Frenzy and Shawnicus both still need to pit. Scorenzi's up 1 into 4th, RRL's dropped 1 place into 5th, Innate's up 2 into 6th, Non-Human's up 7 places off the start into 7th, Panda's up 5 places, currently running in 8th. Moylan, who's been caught up in a couple of incidences, unfortunately down in 9th place, having dropped 8 places off the start. Simseku's down 4 places in 10th. Hobo's dropped 4 places to 11th. Find the Pass is down 3. DXC Anthony is down 2 in 13th. Speedy's dropped 2 into 14th place. And at the moment we've lost Gus Blitz and MC Week. Looks like Tier 2 are having fun tonight. So I believe the safety car will be in at the end of this lap. I can see where it calls to the right. Speedy just catch the back of the pack. Hopefully he'll be able to do as he is back onto his hards. So yep, safety car is in this lap. Benefit Speedy slightly because he should be able to catch up and keep the temperature in those hard tyres. Another 20 laps to go. Thornicus now becomes the de facto safety car. Hold back, allow the safety car to get in the pits and pass the control line before he releases. I'd imagine will be any second now. Still holding the pack up. Thomas looking at the inside, but doesn't go for the dive into turn 1. Has got the faster tyre here. Fresher mediums, giving better traction out of the corners. Able to find a way past at the moment as we get a lovely shot of some trees there. This is a great view looking back at Thornicus as he's trying to close in on Thomas. Thornicus had the better drive there out of turn 9. Thomas has it covered on the entry to turn 10. Takes that a little tight, which I think compromised his exit in regards to trying to get past Thornicus. Now down the outside of Thornicus into 13, gets it stopped and through. There's a beautiful overtake there by Thomas on Thornicus as Firenzi's now looking down the inside of Thornicus, which gives Thornicus the inside for turn 2. Firenzi isn't giving up on that and gets the move done before the entry of turn 3. So Thornicus is now down into 3rd, under pressure from Innate and Non-Human. RL now tagging on the back of this battle. Non-Human managing to hold RRL off. Moylan's found his way past Panda and Simseku to get himself up into 7th. We've got a Hobo running wide line round turn 10 there, but managing to get the move done on Frenzy. Speedy trying to find a way past as well. We've got the Red Bull of Simseku and Panda going side by side onto the entry of 13. Simseku comes out in front there. Thomas has got back past, managed to open up a 1.7 gap to Scarenzi in second. And he's found his way past Thornicus, who's now under pressure from Non-Human. Those old hards are going to be finding it difficult to keep pace with these guys on the fresh medium tyres here. Non-Human dives inside of Thornicus and gets the move done. RL going round inside into turn 10, gets the move made, trying to just keep on the back of Non-Human there. Thornicus now has Moyland for company and Simseku closing in from the rear as well. Both got DRS. Renzi dropping further back from Thomas, and now it's that gap's down 2.2 seconds. Thomas looking to be in control of this lead out in front. Both heavily hammering their ERS. And it's still under pressure from Non-Human. Dornicus heavily under pressure now from Moyland. As Speedy is, we have another safety car. It's time for Speedy, who's lost it on the exit of turn 9 by the looks of that. So diving into the pits, we've got Non-Human, Thornicus, Moyland back into the pits, find the pass, Frenzy. Anyone else deciding to come in? The two McLarens carrying on past the pit lane. You could see them. Going to be tight on pit exit. Non-Human manages to get out in front of the McLarens. They have cleared Thornicus, Moyland, find the pass, and Frenzy. As Panda comes into the pits as well. Whilst we're on the safety car, I'm just going to step away for a minute because I just need to sort my lad out. I'll be back. Okay, where are we? Wait for Panda. Cat's the pack of the pack of the back of the pack. Need to find a second commentator. Need someone to bounce off to make life a little easier. That sounds horrendous. So Panda's opted to pit for a set of softs. I can't see a set of softs doing 13 laps. But we will wait and see. So as it stands at the moment behind safety car, Thomas is out in front, followed by Scarenzi in 8, RRL, Simseku, non-human, Anthony and Hobo. Safety car in this lap. That's all nice and early. Thomas has chance to back the pack up. Dornicus in 9th, Moreland in 10th. Final pass in 11th, Frenzy in 12th, Panda in 13th. So we will stay on board with Scarenzi to see how he handles the safety car restart. Can Thomas launch at a point to catch Scarenzi out? Can't see him going before the chicane. And he has gone before the chicane, which has caught Scarenzi off guard a little bit. Innate and everyone else seem to be caught that nicely. So Scarenzi dropping back slightly from Thomas. Thomas tries to open that gap out and break the DRS. Hobo is side by side with Thornicus. Thornicus finds a way through, putting Hobo under pressure from Moyland. Moyland up the inside on the exit there, gets the move done cleanly. On the run up to 8 and 9. Renzi starting to close that gap into Thomas. RL losing a place there to non-human. Innate dropping off Scarenzi here. 1.4, 1.5 seconds back, so he's out of the DRS. Obviously DRS isn't enabled at the moment due to the full safety car. But Innate would have been looking to try and keep within that DRS range. So when it does become available, it helps him to hold on to the back of Scarenzi. Now under pressure from non-human, who's under pressure from RRL. Who's going to make a move here, if anyone? Look through the order now. Moyland closing up onto the back of DXC Anthony. That's a nicer line. Doesn't quite have the traction on the exit. Take advantage there. Losing out a little bit of ground to Thornicus from behind. Scarenzi picks up another penalty. Is now dropped out of the DRS range of Thomas. And Thomas has controlled this race from the restart again. And broken that DRS gap. That's going to give Thomas plenty of breathing room, but Scarenzi is trying to eke back in, hammering his ERS down to 6%. Thomas has got plenty available to defend with though. Managing. Oh, stop yawning. Managing to keep that gap comfortable to non-human behind. Non-human under pressure a little from RRL, but RRL looks to have had a poor exit from the hairpin there. And Simon Green jumps and is closer than he was before. We have another safety car. Another safety car. That's going to be safety car number 5. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be the last safety car. We have 9 laps of racing left. Will we see anyone in the pit? Hobo, Frenzy and Find the Pass have opted to take the opportunity to pit. Have they gone for softs? Hobo's gone for softs. Frenzy's gone for softs. Find the Pass has gone for the medium. Simseku's potentially, no, that gap's closed up too much now. I think anyone else can take advantage of a Teep's stop. Why does my phone always go mad on a Friday night? What tyres are we on? Let's have a look at that detail. And not soft tyres. So Thomas, Scorenzi and N8 all on 14 lap old mediums. They're going to be starting to feel that pressure. RL and Simseku on 15 and 14 lap old hards. And everyone behind who's still running has opted to go for the soft tyre. So safety car in this lap. We're going to have 7 laps of racing remaining. Is Thomas going to be able to pull off a blinding restart again and maintain his position out in front? Can the soft runners fight their way through with that better traction and faster tyre for the next few laps? Get themselves up to the front for the battle. Thomas waiting longer this time before releasing, goes on the exit of the hairpin of the chicane, sorry. Doesn't catch Scorenzi sleeping that time. RRL and Simseku going side by side. RL has got past, but Simseku's up the inside into turn 3. Bit of wheel banging there, it's dropped them both further back down the pack. RL and Hobo are going side by side on the run up to turn 8 now. Hobo's managed to get in front. Has to run a little. Cuts that corner. Is on the back of Simseku and dives up the inside into the hairpin, but gets on the power a little too early. Gives him a kick of oversteer and drops him back down to strike play. Moreland and Anthony going side by side on the run down to the final chicane. Moreland has got in front. Will now be trying to chase down that top 3 pack. Scarenzi still maintaining that half a second gap to Thomas out in front. As Non-Human and I think that Shaunicus are round. Shaunicus is still going, but Non-Human is out, and we have another safety car. This is going to be a sprint at the end. It's going to be whose tyres can hold on the longest now. Thomas Scarenzi in N8, the medium, mind you, they've done about half those laps behind the safety car. So Simseku, RRL are into the pits. Frenzy, Hobo and Shaunicus are also into the pits. Imagine they're all going to be fitting a set of softs. And they are. So Thomas, Scarenzi and Innate all opting to stay up on their mediums. Moyland, Anthony and Find the Past all staying out on their soft tyres. So the soft runner should have a slight advantage for a couple of laps. I see in the Discord chat Non-Human apologising to Shaunicus before that incident. Always good to see a driver just offer an apology. Doesn't matter whether they think they're in the wrong or the right. If you take someone out, an apology goes a long way to avoiding any issues further down the line. It's not a given. Something tells me Non-Human and Shaunicus are related. I want to say they're brothers. In which case, if they are brothers, I understand why he's apologising straight away. So I think we're going to have a 4-lap sprint at the end of this. So it's going to be who can stay in DRS and take advantage on that final lap when the DRS comes back into play. For that to happen, No, it'll be lap 32. I don't think we'll get DRS at the end of this. We might get one lap for DRS. Everyone's back on the pack and safety car is in this lap, so it'll be a 3-lap sprint. 4 lap. So we will have DRS at the end of this, so Thomas has now got to time his launch perfectly to try and catch Scarenzi out. Now he's gone before the chicane, he's gone after the chicane. So he's never run the same restart procedure, so see what he goes for this time. Everyone keeping nice and close, and he has gone on the entry to the chicane, but Shornicus was ready and waiting for that, and is sticking to the back of his car like absolute homing missile. Thomas is really under the pressure now. He's led this race pretty much from start to finish. He's controlled every restart. This one, Scarenzi, is a lot closer than the previous restarts. Moylan fighting up the inside of Innate there, trying to find a way past with those fresher tyres. Does get the move done. Runs a little deep, but gets the move made as DXT Anthony now follows through. He's going around outside of turn 10 on the hairpin. A little bit of contact wheel to wheel there, but Anthony has managed to get in front. Moylan trying to close in on this front pair, try and get himself involved in this battle for the podium. Innate is now dropping down the order. He's dropped down to 8. Soft tyres giving the other drivers the advantage on the traction out of the corners. And coming back to the front battle now, trying to keep an eye on Scarenzi, see if he can find a way past Thomas. Yellow flag hobos round on the exit of turn 4. He kept it going. He has managed to keep all the wheels on. He has lost the front wing, so he's going to have to pit for a new wing. Scarenzi looking up the left, looking round the outside. It's given Moylan the chance to close up even more on them. So Scarenzi in the slipstream of Thomas, but Thomas is managing to hold that gap. Simseku gets past DXT Anthony on the run into the final chicane. DRS has been enabled, so we've got 2 laps with DRS. It was supposed to be on the 3rd lap, but it's Codemasters. So Scarenzi still trying to hold on to the back of Thomas, sorry. Moylan all over the back of Scarenzi. They'll both have the DRS down here. So Scarenzi will have DRS to defend from Moylan, but uses it and is right on the back of Thomas on the exit of turn 9. Gets a little bit sideways, which has given Moylan the opportunity to dive up the inside into the hairpin. Simseku's also on the back of Scarenzi now, trying to find a way past. Simseku going up the inside and contact with Moylan there as Simseku tries to go up the inside of Scorenzi, gets removed on Scorenzi. I think that one may end up being looked at by the stewards. Thomas still out in front, he's just teetering on the DRS detection range for Simseku as my eyes are starting to hurt. Managing to hold that position at the minute. Simseku's going to have one more DRS straight to try and find 4/10 as he's closing into turn 10. Very close to clipping the back wheel of Thomas there. Manages to avoid the contact that time. So on the final run now, Thomas out in front, defending well through the final chicane. Simseku has the DRS on the run to the line, but Thomas takes the win, and now the penalties come into effect because the pack was so close because of all the safety cars. So Thomas takes the win after taking the lead off the start and managing that race beautifully. Timed his restarts, absolute perfection. Controlled the pace. Was under pressure for nearly every single racing lap, but that did not put him off in one bit. So the game gives driver of the day to Frenzy, but my driver of the day there is going to be Thomas, just for that controlled performance. Taking the lead off the start and then controlling the race the whole way through. Also picked up the fastest lap there as well. So well done to Thomas. But to confirm your finishing order, now all the penalties have been put into play. Thomas takes the win. Find the Pass in second. Thornicus picks up third. RL in fourth. Scorenzi in fifth. Frenzy in sixth. In eighth takes seventh. Sims takes eighth. Moyland picks up 9th, Anthony picks up 10th, Hobo in 11th, and your non-finishers were Non-Human, Panda, Speedy, Just Blitz, and MC Weeks. I need to jump off now and go across and set up the RPR lobby. But I will be back same time next week. If you have enjoyed the stream, drop a like and a follow. And if you want to stick around to watch the RPR GP2 race, I can't remember where we are. It's Kota. Then I'll be back on stream in about 10-15 minutes. But if not, I've been your host, DXC Rob Sim Racer, and I'll see you all next week.